Good evening, I'm Bo Williams and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories right now. Topping the list, a progress report on the effort to stop a wildfire in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Rangers sending out an update less than an hour ago. The National Park Service reporting that fire crews have the Rabbit Creek fire 25% contained. Now it's on the Blount County side of the park, northwest of Backcountry Campsite 16. It's been burning since Sunday. Rangers also sharing this new picture showing smoke from the fire rising above a ridge top. Now we're told the fire is now 47.5 acres in size. Rangers say fire crews continue establishing and reinforcing fire lines. There are still no buildings in danger and no answers yet about what caused it. Now, of course, we're going to keep following the firefighting effort. Rangers also pointing out that the fire is not connected with plans for controlled burns scheduled to start tomorrow. Now, fire managers still watching to see if conditions will allow for those to even happen. Meanwhile, dry and windy conditions are keeping Sevier County's fire danger high. The Seymour Volunteer Fire Department tells us it's the season for extra risk, and they're ready for it. In Sevier County, no burn permits were issued today, meaning you are not able to start fires to burn debris that may be sitting in your yard. And while this does not mean there is a full ban on fires in the area, the Seymour VFD chief tells us you should be monitoring those fires closely.
Garden hose, a bucket of water, you're there with it until it is out. Follow the good Boy Scout rules, always make sure your fire's out. So my advice is just to hold off, watch the weather, and be a good Boy Scout.
But the fire chief tells us the best way to put out a fire is not to start one in the first place, as even the smallest spark can start a fire in these conditions. All right, Theo, thank you. Our next Big 7 story revisits a story that was in the headlines last year as future plans are now made. The Chilhowee Park Advisory Group meeting for the first time tonight at the Jacob Building. 17 people make up the advisory group, and they are now beginning to help shape the future of Chilhowee Park. Mayor India Kincannon formed the group with the goal of managing Chilhowee Park as a park rather than an event venue, while also reallocating $10 million over the next 5 years for improvements. 6 News spoke with newly appointed advisory group member Cynthia Finch ahead of the meeting, who also serves as president of the Burlington Business District. Finch says the first meeting is about getting organized and gaining a clear understanding of the mayor's expectations moving forward. She adds she's glad to see the conversation around the park continue and is happy to be a part of it.
We love Chilhowee Park, and we're excited about the possibilities of what it might bring to our community, to our families. Just newness is what we're looking for. I'm excited about growth. I'm excited about community coming together and being a part of something that's going to be beautiful and wonderful.
Now we'll bring you a wrap of what happened during that meeting coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Next on tonight's Big 7 is a new way to quantify the impact of lives lost to gun violence. We've been telling you about a new dashboard tracking firearm fatalities and injuries in all 95 counties statewide. The board is part of a partnership between Safer Tennessee and the Boyd Center at the University of Tennessee, showing the hidden cost of gun violence. And while you cannot put a price on a life, the dashboard shows that firearm-related deaths cost the state $3.6 billion in 2023, costing each Tennessean an average of $510. Tennessee professor of health economics Matt Harris says the board is a nonpartisan tool for policymakers to use to address rising gun violence. Knoxville police add that tools like this can reduce gun violence.
And our hope is that in some of the counties where you have lower than expected, rates of firearm death and injury, that perhaps something can be learned from that.
We look at what the data is telling us, and that informs our efforts. Where is crime happening? Who's involved in crime? Where do we need to put our officers, and what do we need to have our officers doing?
Now, Harris says that homicides are more common in urban counties, suicides more common in rural counties. The number of gun deaths per capita in urban counties and rural counties is virtually identical at 20 deaths per 100,000 and 19 deaths per 100,000, respectively. Stay on the topic of deadly shootings now. We now know the name of the person who was killed in a shooting which happened in the Oneida community of Scott County. The TBI identifying him as 24-year-old Sevier County. Now, as we've been reporting, this shooting happened at a home off Stanley Creek Road. It happened yesterday morning. Burham was taken to a nearby hospital but did not survive. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is now handling this case. Our next Big 7 story deals with an investigation into a local coach. A Knoxville man who coached youth sports teams has been indicted now on 2 counts of aggravated sexual battery and 3 counts of invasion of privacy involving a victim under the age of 13. Knoxville police say 48-year-old Douglas Peak was arrested by officers at a home on Cherokee Boulevard yesterday evening. KPD says allegations referred through the Department of Children's Services indicated that Peak had inappropriately touched numerous members of his youth sports teams that he coached. Now, we spoke with Peak back in 2023 before these allegations even came to light. At the time, he held the title of Chief Fund Officer for the Sequoia Hills Marathon Group. Peak was booked in the Roger D. Wilson Detention Facility. Knoxville police add its investigation continues tonight. Up next for you in Maryville, a basketball coach at Apostolic Christian Academy has now been charged with domestic violence, also with aggravated assault after an incident in the school's parking lot while spring break was in session. Records from the Blount County Sheriff's Office say Kenneth Dean Jr. was in an argument with a woman while in a car in the school's parking lot. The complaint states that during the argument, Dean began choking the woman, also putting his hand over her mouth, restricting her breathing. After learning about what happened, we're told Apostolic Christian Academy suspended Dean's contract. Dean was taken into custody March 12th without incident. And rounding out tonight's Big 7 list for you, Sevier County Emergency Services leaders are addressing concerns regarding a proposed development on Red Bank Road. Developer D.R. Horton looking to build 229 townhomes on a currently empty piece of land just off of Red Bank. This proposal comes after the developer's initial plan for more than 1,000 new single-family homes was shot down. While the development falls inside Sevierville city limits, it is surrounded by the county, and there is only one way to get in and out of the Red Bank area. So access in this case, especially in the case of an emergency, is a concern. That's why the county sheriff, fire chief, EMS director, and Red Bank residents are now speaking up.
If there's an emergency, anything could happen if that road is clogged up. Myself, I've suffered from a stroke in the past year. I'm 30 years old. A lot of my neighbors are much older and may not have the luxury of having time to get to the hospital.
Whether or not the development moves forward is technically out of the county's hands as it falls within the city limits, but county leaders are putting together a list of questions to send to the city, asking them to postpone the Planning Commission vote, which is scheduled, by the way, for April 7th.